Welcome to Media Minute. For this edition, we're talking about Mortal Kombat, The Vault, The Toll, Cruella, and some of our favorite foreign films. We'll be back right after this. Welcome to Media Minute. I'm Michael Forward.
I'm Chris Raczkowski.
And I'm Rachel Edge.
And we're kicking off a new episode, and some new trailers have dropped. Fans of video games, there's going to be another Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, about time.
Yeah.
About time.
What do you think of the trailer?
I didn't see Chun-Li in it. So that's disappointing.
Oh, don't be
If
that
you know what
guy.
I'm
Don't start that. No.
They tried to play that off as if it was a joke.
Here's someone that I'm disappointed that I didn't see, though. Johnny Cage.
Yes, an actual Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, an actual Mortal Kombat character. Like, how can you do Mortal Kombat without Johnny Cage?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there rumors that like this actor apparently is going to be like Johnny Cage or something? Like,
Yeah, they brought in a character that, like, you don't really know.
Yeah.
They're not a established Mortal Kombat character. Some people have rumored that he might be like Scorpion's son or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely going to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Looks like they're bringing in like a lot of Scorpion's backstory, where like he gets killed by Sub-Zero's clan and everything. So
Nice.
should be interesting.
glad to see that on screen. So,
Kung Lao, looks like Kung Lao was in it.
Yeah.
And he was always my guy, so...
you're always a Kung Lao
yeah,
fan? Yeah.
the hat with the razor on it.
Yeah.
Kung Lao was the best.
I was always Scorpion because he had the easiest finisher.
He really did.
Block up. I still remember that. I haven't
easy.
played it in like 30 years, but block up. Rips the mask off.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Forward down forward punch was Sub-Zero's. I think Liu Kang's was just like a circle motion.
Yeah.
How do I still remember that?
Yeah. Also, the Scorpion's like his chain was back B on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh, the Super Nintendo version they just destroyed because they took all the blood out.
Yeah.
And just made it like sweat.
Well, that's what I thought was interesting
gross.
about this trailer, though, is that they are making it like an R-rated movie. It's not for kids. It's for like they're
Yeah.
going for the fans that played it when it was like a bloody game, not.
I think
You
so.
know?
I mean, they've been releasing Mortal Kombat games pretty consistently over the past
Yeah.
couple of years.
Yeah, the last one came out, I don't know, just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I got one in the mail coming right now.
Nice.
You actually?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it the new one or?
No, I think it's like the second to last.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it gets here.
Yeah, because the new one, like, you can get like Rambo and the Terminator and
Oh, Leatherface,
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
they got all sorts of like every like fantasy who would win at a fight character.
Yeah.
I think they've brought into Mortal. They have the Ninja Turtles.
So it's
no. That's another game. Never mind.
That's
So it's basically like the adult version of Mario Kart. They just put like everybody's favorite character and like fantasy person kind of in that and was like, okay, have fun.
Pretty much.
I'd go
That's
more,
wicked.
more like the adult version of like Smash Brothers.
Okay,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Hopefully they do it justice, because Mortal Kombat has always been kind of the one video game adaptation that worked for
Definitely.
me.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
Actually, back to Chun-Li. They need to redo Street Fighter.
the Street Fighter. Do they need to bring back Van Damme?
Not Dog in the original. It has its strengths.
It does.
Well, maybe strengths isn't the
Mostly
right word.
M. Bison was the strength of that film.
Yeah, Raul Julia.
Yeah, that was his last movie that he did.
Gomez Adams, man.
Yeah, and he did
Gomez
it because his kids loved the video game.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Yeah, he did for as like a tribute for the kids. Last thing he did.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to see.
Sorry, go ahead.
Didn't they do like a Street Fighter like Legend of Chun-Li like a few years back?
That sounds familiar.
I feel like I've seen it, but I remember nothing about it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, compared to Mortal Kombat, what was the second one called? Annihilation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they kill off Johnny Cage in like the first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't a fan of that one.
Not a high bar to clear.
No.
So even if it's bad, by comparison, it's probably going to be pretty good.
I think so. It looks like they're putting a lot of work into it. And
Yeah.
like the fight scenes and everything look really cool. So,
Oh yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Next up, trailer came out for something called The Vault.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that one?
Oh, yeah, I saw the
Yes.
trailer. It was interesting.
Yeah, they got Liam Cunningham, which is the guy who played the Onion Knight in Game of Thrones.
Nice.
It's about like they're getting like a crew together. It's a bank heist movie, but they're getting like a kid who's like an engineer to kind of plan everything. That's the hook that they're running it with.
And it's like, hey, I'm young.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Well,
the
like
thing?
they even said in the trailer, like the one girl, because it's Freddie Highmore, I think, playing like the young kid.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a child actor, like for a
Sounds like he
lot of
still is.
stuff, actually. I wouldn't say still
don't
is.
know.
He looks older now. Like when I first saw him, he was like a Nanny McPhee, and he was like
Oh, I remember that.
Oh
one.
yeah.
stupid young. I think it was Nanny McPhee. I could totally be lying to you guys right now. But yeah, they even said in like the trailer, like the girl was like, "You have a young kid like watching our back. Like I don't know if I trust this kid," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they play on that, so it'll
It's
be interesting.
supposed to be like he's going to approach the heist in a different way than like a normal person would because he's an engineer.
Yeah,
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they
He's,
actually say that in the trailer.
Really?
I
Oh.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kind of lukewarm on heist films.
Yeah,
Anyway.
same.
Like I like them generally, but like I've never like
It's not
gone
like,
out of my way to watch a
yeah.
heist film.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like you're rushing to the theater to be like, I got to see the next heist. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
If it shows up on Amazon or like Netflix or your streaming platform, then all right, I'll give it a watch. But
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've never gotten excited over like the new Oceans movie.
yeah,
I don't think anybody got excited over the new
Yeah,
movie.
probably not.
Yeah. Also came out was the trailer for a horror movie called The Toll.
yes,
This one looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks
I think.
looks interesting.
I have high hopes.
They kind of seem to subvert something because like the woman gets into like an Uber or a cab,
Yeah.
and they supposed to drive to this destination, but the driver seems sketchy at first in the trailer, but it
Yeah.
seems like they work together.
Yeah, like
Later.
I totally had like the idea of that wrong. I was like, oh, she's gonna get an Uber. The Uber guy's gonna be really creepy because there's been like obviously true story cases of Uber drivers being super creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it's like you get to the point in the trailer where it's like his phone starts shutting off, and it's like, wait a minute, this
Yeah.
is not what I expected at all.
Yeah, it looks to be like a slasher type thing, which
Definitely.
I think we mentioned. I don't know if we mentioned on the podcast, but we discussed.
Link in the description, by the
Yeah,
way.
that slashers don't seem to be much of a thing anymore.
Yeah, like they've tried to bring it back, but I don't think it has the same vibe it used to. Like they did Death Day, where that girl keeps getting killed
Yeah.
on her birthday over and over again.
Yeah,
And it's like that one wasn't bad, but it didn't have the same effect. I felt like I feel like slasher movies nowadays. It's like since Freddy and Jason and all that, it's like you have high expectations, and now it's like, well, okay, it's
Yeah,
all right.
there's no like intimidating lone killer.
Yeah,
well, they put out that Halloween movie not too long ago.
yeah, but that was
yeah.
Halloween though. It was Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's not. I was talking about like new characters.
Oh,
into
like
the game.
brand new slashers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the Scream franchise is probably the newest one I can think of that kind of stuck
and
around.
that's the
I guess.
90s. Yeah,
Yeah, but like early 2000s, like even now, it's like I don't think I can think of any slasher movies that have really been
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is amazing, right? Like there's been good horror movies, but
Mm-hmm.
not slashers.
No.
Yeah, it's a shame. I
Yeah.
guess it's just one of those things that just got exhausted, like zombies.
I think
Like
so.
they were all the rage for a while, and they just kind
They're
of
still the
petered out.
rage.
Not so much as they were, like maybe say 10 years ago.
Yeah,
That's true.
even 5 years ago, they were still
Yeah.
pretty hot.
Yeah, true.
Well, Disney has decided to make a movie about another villainess.
Dun, dun.
Is there going to be a warning in front of it?
I don't
Probably.
know. Cruella,
Yeah.
the villainess from 101 Dalmatians, and odd choice, maybe.
Yeah, like I feel like I would have went with I was gonna say Ursula, but that one's kind of a
Yeah.
basic story. I don't know, like maybe she was the best choice for the villain.
Maybe she is standout-ish. It's one of those things like it's a prequel though. Like what
Yeah, like
happens to the character.
Yeah, do we
Yeah.
need a backstory? Or
Yeah.
like
I don't know.
origin story?
The visuals and stuff look pretty incredible though. Like when she lit her dress on fire and then it turned into another dress, like I was literally like,
Yeah.
wow, like that was cool. But I don't know, like Emma Stone to me, I don't see her as a bad guy.
Yeah, she's not very
Yeah.
threatening.
Right? Like you don't look at Emma Stone and think, "Oh my god, she's evil." You think, "Oh, girl next door, like I want to get to know her and grab some beers." Like
Yeah.
but at the same
If
time,
she's threatening you with violence, you just brush her off. It's like, okay,
yeah, but I
you're
don't know cuz there was a
adorable,
few shots in the trailer that really I was like, "Wait, hold." Like they had a very Joker-esque kind of vibe.
Oh,
I got.
Yeah,
Big time.
I think that's
Right?
Yeah, they definitely pulled some vibes from like how they was it 2019 Joker?
I think.
Yeah.
Was it 2019?
Yeah,
It was a
I
couple
think
of years
so.
ago.
Yeah.
But even like the color grading
Yeah.
and stuff, like the way the movie looks like they just watched the Joker the night before.
Yeah.
It's
and
basically like the Harlequin
Just-
backstory, but Cruella, like Disney's take on it,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
pretty much, eh?
But I don't know, like I have high hopes because Emma Stone is a really good actress. Like I love her and everything she's in, but I don't know. I'm a little
Yeah.
hesitant, you know. But if she could pull it off, then all right, cool. Like I'm down.
Definitely a wait and see type
Definitely.
thing.
I think I might be done with Disney. Just all these CG remakes and just every.
I would love for
Do
them to
anything
do like a
good.
traditionally animated film. Like,
Yeah,
The last one they did was The Princess and the Frog.
that was incredible.
That was
an
like
incredible
what,
film.
2000?
Yeah, that's maybe 10, 15 years
Yeah,
ago now.
something like that.
And everything since has been CGI or remakes of their animated movies.
Well, I think part of the reason they did that, though, is because they saw the success of the Jungle Book, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like, that made sense, though. You did want the CGI and you wanted the live action. When it's like when they did The Lion King, it was a beautifully done movie, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it was, you just reanimated
Yeah,
it
like,
in
no
a
one asked
different
for
in a
that.
different sense, right?
Yeah.
So, no, Disney. No.
Speaking
Sorry, guys.
of hand animation.
Oh.
I'm going to segue.
Nice.
All right, we're moving into some of our favorite foreign language films. And
Yes.
number one on mine is a hand animated thing called Akira from 1988.
So good.
Yeah.
Such a good one.
Like fantastic visuals. I don't know how else to describe
Yeah,
the visuals.
right.
Yeah, like that's
when
a-
you realize that they didn't use computers for any of it, it
Just
becomes
500
even
people
more
working 12 hours a day.
impressive. Yeah. Couple notes on it. Of course, it was based on a manga that ran for 8 years. Apparently, if
Great
you
book,
read
too.
the entirety of it, it's over 2,000 pages.
Yeah.
And because it's over 2,000 pages, the movie only covered the first half. So, I
makes
mean,
sense.
we're kind of missing the second half of the animated Akira. I doubt we'll ever see it, though, but
Yeah, did they ever get
hope.
around to making? I know there was rumors of a live action Akira.
there was
just-
for a while.
I think it just ended
I think
up in.
Spielberg might have been attached to it for a while. I can't remember.
Yeah, it just ended up in like production limbo.
Yeah, and, there's,
That kind of sucks.
I mean, it's
Probably
essentially...
the movie probably would have sucked. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, they did Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah,
And
that pissed
that's-
off people.
Yeah, that didn't work out, But we'll see.
I watched it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. The movie took place in the far future of 2019.
Oh, man.
Same year as Blade Runner.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sudden realization there. Sorry.
And it was the most expensive animated film, actually anime film of the time.
Really? How much was it?
I believe it.
10 million US.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, you can see every
Oh, yeah.
dollar on screen.
It was definitely worth
sure.
it, for sure.
Yeah.
But wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Who else wants to share one of their favorite foreign language films?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go
Sure,
first?
I can go.
Cool.
I brought my movies in.
Yeah,
I
look
know
at
Yeah, like
Mr. Overprepared.
graphic.
Yeah.
Probably appearing right here. Audition.
He's got the collector's edition as well.
he's
Two
got the,
disc.
he's got the
Yeah.
fancy one.
Audition, directed by Takashi Miike.
I'm glad you did that because I was worried. I was like, if you don't do a Takashi Miike movie, like I don't know
Yeah.
if I.
I almost went all Takashi Miike movies.
Fair.
But I thought I'd switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this by all means, or actually by all rights, is considered a classic. If you basically look up any top 10 or top 20 horror movies, this is most likely going to be on there. It's about a guy, a single guy. His buddy convinces him to hold fake auditions for a movie role, but really they're just interviewing girls for to be, well, his girlfriend, really.
So like the original catfishing before social media was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wild.
kind of. Yeah. And they find this girl, and man, did he make a wrong decision.
Dun, dun.
I can't talk too much about it because
Yeah, I
there's a
think-
lot
I
of
think that's a
good.
good
Yeah.
spot
That's a
spoiler.
good.
So yeah,
Good cutoff.
yeah. So a guy holds audition for girlfriends, chooses one.
Doesn't work out.
No. Oh, okay. Quick few notes. I almost forgot about the notes. Spent all night working on these. Actually, this movie Audition is also credited for starting the whole torture porn genre, like Hostel, Saw.
That's a genre.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
A little subgenre.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, it's like Hostel and Saw, like this torture porn.
How? No,
Is
not that.
Jigsaw a slasher?
Or
He doesn't really. I don't know.
Oh,
He's iconic.
yeah, 'cause-
He doesn't really, because he just makes. He builds. I swore twice.
Beep beep.
oh, I don't know. Yeah,
Nah.
maybe.
I'm gonna go no.
But like,
He's more of like a
Yeah, as a slasher
evil
is kind
genius.
of an intimidating figure that follows you through the woods
yeah, but
and or house.
you could argue that well, I guess he never really killed them.
Yeah, he kind of like left it up to them.
Yeah.
It was
an
more
evil
about like
genius.
more about like the human nature of people and stuff. Yeah, okay.
So slasher, no.
No.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Is she a slasher?
no, but she is a murderer.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler, I guess.
Do you see the like the,
yeah, like the cover-
front of
I
that?
thought she was going to give everybody the vaccines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second stage of the vaccine.
Yep.
Oh no.
But it was shot in 3 weeks.
3
Which-
weeks?
Yeah, which is actually 1 week longer than a Takashi Miike normally takes to film.
Wow.
The dude is a workaholic for sure,
Yeah.
Can you blame
and I
him,
love
though?
it. Yes, yeah. Typically, it takes 2 weeks to shoot a movie. He went above budget and went a third week. All right, and I don't think this is giving away too much, but there's a. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. There's a dog bowl full of vomit in one scene. That a character. Okay, I'll skip that just in case. But the main actress actually.
Let your imagination
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
you
you-
away.
This
We don't need to describe that.
No.
it was actually her vomit. She was that much of a method actress. She's like, no, I got this, and then I'll just, let the props people have a day off. I'm just gonna throw up in that bowl and call it a day.
Respect. I guess.
She was dedicated. She was. I think this might have been her first movie actually. So maybe she was trying to impress above and beyond.
Could
I don't
be.
know. I'm sure Miike was just like, yeah, do it. I'm all about that.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. Like, that's...
I don't know how she did it. Like I don't know if it was just like the fingers down the throat or like she ate something weird.
We're
or-
talking too much about puke here. Like,
Okay.
I think...
in
we
a
need to-
dog bowl.
Okay.
So
I'm out.
Yeah.
all right, that's all I got.
You're going to end on that?
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
nothing
Yeah,
to, like...
that's a highlight there.
Wow. Okay, how the heck am I supposed to follow... Dang it, there I go again, too.
Lots of bleeps in this one.
How am I supposed to follow that? Actually, my first foreign film, I think, is a very iconic film. Spike Lee tried to do a remake,
Oh, I know where you're
and
going.
I don't think it went as well, but it's really hard to follow up. Old Boy.
Yes.
It's a South Korean film, came out in 2003 by Park Chan-wook. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. I'm not good at this. But yeah, the synopsis is basically a man is held captive for no apparent reason for years. He's given a cell phone, money, and expensive clothes, and is released. And he has to find out the identity of his captor, or else like a worse fate awaits him.
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
Really good movie.
Messed up.
Extremely. Like it's one of those movies where like the ending, like what twist happens? It's like, okay, cool, twist. But it was like
Yeah.
the twist of all twists. Like it was one of those crazy films where you're just like, I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
But actually, I got
Wildly
some
violent.
crazy fun facts about it. There's that really epic hallway scene.
Yeah, the hammer.
Yeah, they
Love
actually
it.
did that in one take.
Oh yeah.
They like that was a single shot, and I didn't realize that before. And then like finding that out, I was like, huge respect, like even more for the film.
God, Korean movies are so good.
Oh, they're nuts. They're incredible. But actually, this one isn't really a fun fact. I felt really bad because Dae-soo, there's a scene where he actually eats
Oh, yeah.
a live octopus. Problem is, this guy's a Buddhist and a vegetarian.
Ooh.
So he actually did it. He didn't get a stunt double to do it, but every time he did it, which was 4 times, by the way, there was 4 live
I thought it was
octopuses.
3.
No, 4. And he actually like took it, did a little prayer, apologizing, and then ate it. And then afterwards, like he, I guess, went like on a fast for a while because obviously, as a Buddhist, you're not supposed to harm anything. And he felt terrible for it, but I think it was worth the shot.
Should have had a dog bowl beside him.
No.
Yeah, we're
To throw
we're
up
up
in.
from that, so
No more dog bowls, please. But it's also based on a Japanese manga, and the ending is actually way different in the manga.
Really?
Yeah.
Completely different. I guess like
Like
the director was like, you know what? Let's make this more crazy.
yeah.
so the ending was more tame in the books.
Yeah, much more tame.
I mean, even
And there's actually a
heavy,
plagiarized
more
version
tame.
made in India, like shot for shot, script,
I would
everything.
love to see that.
Yeah,
And
I gotta check
it's
that
actually called Zinda. So if you're ever interested in looking for it, like the filmmakers found out about it, but like they were like, we should sue them, but they actually never got around to it. So
Yeah.
out. They were really sweating.
if you watch a film called Zinda, it is literally Old Boy, but in Indian.
Interesting.
Wow.
I thought that was crazy. I had to share that because I was like, what?
Nice.
But yeah, it's also streaming on Shudder.
Okay.
So if you're looking to watch it, Shudder's the place to go.
Yeah, if you got Shudder or Amazon Prime,
Nope, just Shudder.
just Shudder.
Yep, just Shudder. I couldn't
I have
find
a
it
Shudder account.
anywhere else.
You should too.
So
we're
you can
we're
get.
not sponsored by Shudder.
No,
we're not.
not yet.
We're not sponsored by anyone, so there is opportunity.
Just say
Raid Shadow Legends. So
looking at you.
yeah, me undies. Yeah,
stamps.com.
yeah.
Yeah. Mike, what about you? What's your next one?
We're staying on the Korean Peninsula
Nice.
with Parasite.
Yes.
Came out in 2019. It's the first South Korean film to win an Oscar.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, because there are some great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there are some great South Korean films out there.
Yeah.
It was shot in 77 days.
Wow.
Basically, the synopsis is there's a poor family, and they end up kind of worming their way into working for like a rich family, and then things go south, like at the end. Like I don't want to give too much away, but anyway, the main set is kind of the rich family's house. They actually built like the first floor of that and decked it all out with all sorts of props and everything, including a trash can that is worth $2,300 American because it opens and closes without noise because they were trying to like produce this set like to show the opulence of kind of the rich family. You know, they had things to excess. But apparently they had to bring this trash can back though, like at the end of shooting because
They couldn't
it was
afford to
over
keep it.
$2,000.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah. Some of the cinematography gives nods to Hitchcock. There's some shots that kind of mirror what Hitchcock used to do, and you actually see in a background shot a Hitchcock collection. So
I
they're
appreciate
definitely
that.
giving like a
Nice.
nod to Hitchcock films. And it was, like I said, won an Oscar in 2019. And again, you don't want to give away too much because it's still fairly fresh. It's only a
I'd say
couple
so.
years
Yeah.
old, but
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
definitely
either.
worth a watch.
Absolutely, it's been on my list for a while. And did you guys see the interview of the director after he won?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, they're just like, so like, what are you gonna do tonight? He's just like, I'm gonna get very, very drunk. And I was just like, I appreciate that. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
Because we tried to see it. And
Yeah.
then, I can't remember what happened. I think we just got to, like, maybe went to the wrong theater or something, but we ended up having to watch Mortal Engines instead.
That was it. We messed up.
That's
That's
dog bowl levels of.
is that our new meme, dog bowl levels?
Yeah, that's the new metric.
Yeah.
Oh,
How many
man.
dog bowls full of a night?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was based on a book series, wasn't it? Like a
Yes, it
kid's,
was.
Yeah, but I'd rather talk about.
Speaking of
Parasite.
which, I got to segue to something completely different
Do
for a
it.
second.
Right.
Have you guys ever read any of the Terry Pratchett stuff? Discworld?
I can't say I have.
No.
Yeah. No, Pratchett was like a famous English author. He writes like humorous
Oh, cool,
stuff.
okay.
He did like, I think 40 books or something
Wow.
like that set in this like Discworld thing. They did a live action series based on one of his books, but called The Watch. Doesn't quite live up to the books.
Oh, good to know.
Never does it?
No,
Yeah.
it really doesn't.
Sometimes maybe.
Yep.
I'll
All right.
call the clips.
Who's next?
I think it's me.
Yeah, I think it's you.
Number 2.
Number 2, Mr. I have the physical media
Yeah,
here.
like I didn't realize we were doing show and tell
Yeah.
today.
Number 2 is The Raid 2.
It says brand new. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah,
Except
because I
there's
bought
like
it brand new.
stickers like peeled off.
Samuel L. Jackson's favorite movie. Here, I rest my case.
Wait, what?
Do I need to say any more?
No, not
That's
really.
just it.
No, amazing action
Oh,
movie.
okay.
The story's pretty, at its core, you've probably kind of already seen this type of movie, you know, undercover cop, taking down some crime families, syndicates, I guess. But the action scenes are amazing. This thing will not stay up. I had it before. You know what? Graphic. Amazing action scenes. At the bottom here it says the greatest action film ever. So it's at least in the running. It's funny, you can look it up on YouTube. There's this one shot, hopefully I can describe it, but there's a fight there's a fight in a car during a car chase, and the camera goes along the one side of the car into the driver's side window out the passenger side window and down to like the passenger side of the car. It's a crazy shot. Well, actually, this whole movie is full of crazy shots. But how they pulled it off was they had the car on like a trailer, and the driver's seat was a guy disguised as a driver's seat.
I've seen a picture of that. Yeah.
So like they get the camera, he's kind of just passes it out the window. It's hilarious.
I mean, that's like creative filmmaking right there, though.
That's like, how do we do this? Well, let's dress up a guy like the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Honey, what'd you do today? I was a driver's seat.
But yeah, super violent, tons of fun. A bit of a longer movie, but it doesn't feel like it. Actually, all the punches and kicks in this movie were real.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Like they were kicking the crap out of each other. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They practiced obviously, but yeah, they were hitting each other.
That's impressive.
Body count, 327.
300.
Wow.
That's a
Sam Jackson's favorite movie.
I mean, what higher praise can you get with
Yeah,
that?
like really, like that's a pretty wicked.
Could have just stopped there.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I follow? I should have picked to go first. I don't like following. So this one actually is a Spanish film. It's the first of the Batson trilogy. It's actually a book series authored by Dolores Redondo. I should have practiced these names before I even thought of trying to say it. But the first one is called The Invisible Guardian, and it's a really interesting story. It has a lot of like political and like mythos and like just crazy folklore that like turns into this crazy crime scene kind of thing. Basically, it follows an FBI agent named Inspector Salazar. She goes back to her hometown to try and solve a murder of a woman that the police force believe is the work of a budding serial killer. So it's got that serial killer vibe. It's got the myths. It got everything. It's a really, really well done movie too. And yeah, like the female characters are awesome. Obviously, Inspector Salazar is like the main character. She's wicked. And I couldn't find a lot of fun facts about it, but you can watch all three of like the trilogy on Netflix, which is nice.
Cool.
I watched the first one and I kind of got sucked in, and then I looked, it's like 3 a.m, and I'm like, I should probably go to bed. But
I really got to start like browsing like the foreign language categories a little bit more.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I had no idea this movie existed or like the book series existed, and then it was like in my you might like, and I was like, cool, let's do it. And then watching it, the cinematography is beautiful. The director did an amazing job. The acting was great. Really, really good movie. Definitely suggest.
The recommended list on YouTube actually got something right for a change.
Netflix.
Yep.
Oh yeah, not YouTube.
But yeah,
It shows what I watch.
Yeah, but you can watch it on Netflix, which is really nice, and you can actually binge the entire series, which is definitely worth it because it goes more into like the folklore of like her hometown and like all of that kind of stuff too. So.
Oh, you watched 7. You might like Big Daddy.
Yeah, like what? But yeah, no, definitely worth the watch for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now my last film, it was filmed so long ago that it was filmed in West Germany, not just Germany, but West Germany before the Berlin Wall fell.
Whoa.
Okay.
Das Boot,
Yes.
or The Boat.
Formerly known as The Boat.
Yeah.
Formerly known as Das Boot.
Yep. Most of the budget was used to like construct the boats and the sets. Fun fact: most of the actors could speak English, so they just used them for the English dub.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
except for like one guy, I think, and apparently they got him to dub like a little bit later for like a re-release or something like that.
Cool.
But yeah, if you watch like the non-subtitled version, the voices you hear are actually the voices of the actors, pretty much.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
The actors were kept indoors because, it takes place on a submarine. It's a movie about a World War II submarine, by the way. Probably should have started with that. But the cast was kept indoors so that they would appear pale. So they wouldn't look like
They starved them of sunlight?
Yeah, they starved them with sunlight because they wanted it to be authentic. And they also shot the movie in sequence so that they could get the natural beard growth.
Nice.
Oh, that's
on
cool.
Appreciate
everybody.
that.
Yeah, it's one of the few movies that like is shot in sequence. And that one's actually based on a novel as well.
Really?
And it's a fun. If you like World War II style movies, if you want to see something from the other side,
It's interesting.
If you like the Hunt for Red October, then you've probably seen The Boat, Das Boot.
I mean, how many submarine movies are there?
6.
Yes.
I can't name them all, but 6.
We'll take your word for it. There are only 6 submarine movies.
We're gonna get a comment down below, like in like the comment section. There's gonna be like, guys, you're no.
Yeah.
6.
Dan Periscope. There's one.
McHale's Navy. Does that count?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't know any.
I'm just looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like I got nothing. I can't tell you.
I'm sure there's more. Yeah, that's all I got.
No, there's just 6.
Yep.
Anyhow, so you're saying?
You're up.
Oh, it's me. Yeah. Okay. Right. All right, my last pick. House, Japanese movie.
Yes.
Really, really not to be confused with the American House, which is also a pretty good movie. Loved it as a kid. Yeah, kind of hard to describe this one because it's so insanely weird.
I've read the back cover, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just give you like a couple sentences.
Yeah,
I won't read the whole
snippets.
thing. Not the whole thing. All right.
Figaro.
Here you go.
Getting a character.
Yep.
Oh God.
How to describe Nobuhiko Obayashi's indescribable, you see my problem, 1977 movie House. As a psychedelic ghost tale, a stream of consciousness bedtime story, an episode of Scooby-Doo as directed by Mario Bava, Italian horror movie director. Yeah, it is weird, trippy. Basically, it's about I think 7 girls. I can't remember.
I think so.
They just go to a house, and the house basically just kills them in the most strange and surreal ways.
Yeah, like
It sounds surreal.
it's weird.
The weird thing is, like, it is like crazy weird, but really watchable.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it's still really entertaining. The director was actually he directed commercials in Japan, and then his 12-year-old daughter basically wrote this movie. Like, it was her idea.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she was eaten by a house.
No, but if you are
Wild
looking
turn.
for, if you find yourself looking for a movie where a girl gets eaten by a piano,
I forgot about that scene.
look no further.
I
It's a messed up
definitely
scene.
have to watch this at some
You
point.
do.
Here, I'll just give it to you right now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I rest my case.
You
That's-
forgot one of the most important parts of that.
What?
He wanted House to be as big as Jaws. That's the whole reason he did the movie.
yeah,
Because
I
he saw
forgot about
Jaws
that.
and he's like, Japan needs a Jaws movie. And so they did House.
This has nothing.
So the house is underwater?
nothing
No.
to do with Jaws at all.
No, nothing. But he wanted something of like the
Yeah, 'cause
same
he gets,
popularity.
Like
he
a
wanted
scary
to.
blockbuster.
Yeah, he's like,
and
he's like, Japan needs one of those, and that movie was created.
I don't know if the cameras will pick up on it. Oh, it's a release by Criterion, so you know you're in for a treat because they don't put out bad stuff.
No.
Yeah, there's no real pictures in here that the camera would pick up on. But yeah, if you want to see something weird, very weird, but really entertaining at the same time.
House.
Hopefully I didn't mess up the focus.
You sound like the guy in the trailer that was like, who did like the whole thing when it was like
House.
So, yeah.
Yeah, watch it if you can find it. Mike's has my copy.
Okay, yeah. So my last film is another Korean film, and it is Train to Busan.
Oh.
Okay.
And I found out a lot of interesting things about this. If anybody like doesn't know what it is, basically, the main character and his daughter are on a train to Busan.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. And he's trying to get there for birthday to see his wife. And however, the journey turns into a nightmare when all of a sudden a zombie breakout happens on the train. And honestly, there's a lot of things about this movie that I didn't realize. This was the director's first live-action film. He's been doing animation his entire career, and he saw this. He's like, I want to make this film.
Yeah.
So, and it took under 4 months to film, and it was the 6th highest-grossing domestic film in South Korea, and it's the first ever South Korean zombie movie to ever be made.
What?
Really?
Yep, dead serious. I was like,
You think they would have picked up on that like earlier, but
right? But
yeah.
like,
Crazy.
and the fact that it came out in 2017 too, I was just like, it took them that long to make a zombie movie.
Yeah,
But like, I
weird.
guess like whatever they were doing, they were doing great, and it became like the most popular film in South Korea for like months.
Yeah, that movie was big.
Yeah.
That movie was massive.
And that one's also on Netflix, so you can watch it there.
Yeah, and there's
but-
an animated kind of follow-up spin-off too, also
Yes.
on Netflix.
Apparently, it's part of a series. This is like the second part to. Oh no, I should know this. I can't remember, but there's a series that was apparently supposed to happen with this one. It was supposed to be like the sequel to a prequel of some sort. I couldn't find more information on it,
Sequel
but
to a prequel.
yeah, it was a weird thing. But yeah, like a lot of people really like the film from what I've seen. I really enjoyed it, and you get really attached to the characters, I found. Like the main guy, I was like rooting for him the entire time.
That's a big thing with like horror films.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they give you this huge cast of characters and you don't care
At all.
Yeah, it's like, all right,
It's like,
can't wait to see how you die.
there's 6 guys. Oh, the mouthy guy is going to get killed first. Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like watching it though, it's like every one of the characters you were introduced to and was like kind of invited to get to know throughout the movie. It was like, oh man, like I don't want anything bad to happen to these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good movie. Definitely suggest the watch.
Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah.
How are we doing for time? Do we have time for guilty pleasures?
Yeah, well, I think we got time for guilty pleasures.
Tonight on Red Shoe Diaries.
Yes. And now a very
Showcase.
special media minute.
So we turn down the lights?
Rachel's laughing because she has to edit this at some point.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna hear is sweet whispers.
Yep.
Yes. Well, my first guilty pleasure is a Kevin Costner film
Oh, I love Kevin Costner.
called The Postman.
Nice.
Everybody hates this film except
I don't.
for me.
It is such a delicious film.
Oh, can you please stop?
I think I'm stuck. Okay.
Switch, okay. Yeah, Kevin Costner, it was kind of his second like post-apocalyptic film that came out like after Waterworld.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
he had like 2 post-apocalyptic flops, like
Oh,
one
man.
right after the other. But I'm, you know, we're calling this guilty pleasures, but you know, post-apocalyptic stuff I like,
Same?
and I think. Like, I haven't seen it in a few years, so maybe it doesn't hold up at all. But I remember liking it last time I saw it. I think it's a bit long. I think it's like 2 hours or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Tom Petty's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think he plays him. I could be getting, like, the wrong singer, but there's a actor. He plays, like, the head of, like, this community or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's Petty, though.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Keep
He's
going.
gotta know.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
yeah, but if you go online, you watch like any like movie review site or anything like that talks about The Postman. No, people do not like this film except for me. I'm pretty sure I'm the only like Kevin. You did okay with.
If you're watching.
Yeah. Oh, but 3 hours long. Holy.
Yeah,
It's a 3-hour-long
yeah. I remember
movie?
it being beefy,
Wow.
but yeah, no, that is. I should go back and actually watch it. I've made attempts to find it online, but I don't think there's any streaming service.
And
that
scrub from the
covers-
internet.
Yeah.
Might have to be one of those YouTube checkouts maybe, because like I've noticed you could find some of your like old nostalgic movies like
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Sometimes, yeah.
I've actually been finding like old sci-fi movies on
Yeah.
YouTube. Someone just like completely uploads them.
You're like, hey,
and,
I like this film. I feel like other people probably would like this
Yeah.
film.
Tom Petty was in it, by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just checked.
That's wicked.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he's only in for like a couple scenes,
Just
And-
delivers some mail.
Ye-
Checks out.
pretty much. All right, Rachel, who you got, or what do you have?
See, I did 3 because I thought we were doing 3. I
She
have.
hates everything she watches.
I don't hate everything I watch. It's just I don't have good taste in movies apparently. Because every time I'm like, oh, I love this movie, I'll look at the reviews and all of them are terrible, and I'm like, oh.
All of it's dog bowl.
Yeah, literally.
Dog bowl.
But like this one actually did good in the box office, so I think I'll talk about this one, and that's Pirates of the Caribbean and the Curse of the Black Pearl.
Oh.
Love that movie.
I thought. Is that a guilty pleasure though? I thought it was a really popular movie.
See, I looked on the like, cause I
Sorry, which one is that one?
that's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the 2003 one.
Okay.
Like the introduction to.
Yeah, that was
That-
wildly popular.
The Disney pirate universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy because like they were really worried it wasn't gonna go well.
Well,
Like,
it's based like everyone was like it's based on a ride.
yeah. Well, 'cause, like
How are you going to make a movie based on a ride?
that's exactly what they were worried about. Like
Yeah.
Michael Eisner, like the guy who was running Disney at the time, he almost pulled the plug on it, and then ended up being like one of their most successful film franchises like to
Oh,
date.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I found out some really crazy things. Jack Sparrow was not supposed to be Johnny Depp
No.
at all.
Oh, yeah, someone
They actually
weird.
the writer wrote the role in mind for Hugh Jackman.
I'd be okay with that.
Not just that, but other actors that were considered. Matthew McConaughey,
I do that one too.
Bill Murray,
I don't know. Okay.
Robin Williams,
Nope.
and Christopher Walken.
I'd cast him in.
I would love to see a Christopher
That would-
Walken Pirates of the
Right?
Caribbean.
As Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
All
But
yes.
I don't know, because like thinking
Hard
about
yes.
it now, though, it's like I can't picture anybody else as Jack Sparrow. Like,
I'm
I
picturing
cannot
Christopher
picture-
Walken right now, and I'm having a great time.
I feel like it would have been wicked, but like that was when, because like this movie was in development from like I think 90s until like
yeah.
the 2000s.
I actually read something on that recently.
Yeah.
Because Disney acquired Lucasfilm.
Yes.
But originally there were some talks of like there was a video game that came out in the late 80s, early 90s called Secret of Monkey Island, which is about pirates and stuff.
Yeah, I remember the game.
And apparently, from what I read, some of the preliminary work on that film that never materialized might have worked its way into the script for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's like a lot of the stuff in the film, like some of it was improv. Like two of the most famous lines of Jack Sparrow was improv by Johnny Depp. He just like sat there and he just said it, and then they were like, "Oh dang, that was good!" Like, yeah, they were like, "We're keeping that in." So, and that was savvy. Like every time he said savvy, that wasn't in the line. He kind of was like, "This is what Jack Sparrow would say, so I'm going to say it."
Yep.
And then the very end of the movie when he says, "Bring me the horizon," that was his line as well. It wasn't in the writers, and I was just like,
Jeez,
it's
that's
weird to think that,
Pretty inspired.
right?
Isn't that a band?
Actually, another
I think it is.
crazy fact. I found a lot of information about this. So, Keira Knightley was only 17 when this film was made. Like she was the youngest actor on there, and she actually thought she was going to get fired. So she packed the least amount of clothing she could because she was like convinced that like her experience like was just she wasn't going to go, and it wasn't going to work. But obviously proved to be wrong, and she actually had to bring her mom to set because she was too young to be by herself.
Has she been in much recently?
Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
Prejudice? I can't say it. A lot of like really like
The time period.
Victorian pieces.
Yeah.
Another really cool thing that I found out about the film was that during filming, Johnny Depp actually got a letter from a girl asking to run a mutiny against her school. He didn't give the school any time. He just showed up. Like
Incoming Depp.
yeah, he was just showed up full out like costume, and he actually like ran the mutiny against the school for them. And I was just like, that's wholesome.
Yeah.
And he actually like very often dresses up as Jack Sparrow and goes to hospitals and visits kids and stuff. So I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
But
Any actor that you hear like doing that, it's like, yeah.
it's great.
Hollywood, you're doing Johnny Depp dirty, and you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Calling you out.
I won't lie, like after I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, I actually like rewatched it like I think about 100 times to the point where I actually had the mannerisms down of Jack Sparrow. I actually dressed up as like a female Jack Sparrow. Like I was obsessed with, with Jack Sparrow. Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
I have pictures of it somewhere, but those will never see the light of day.
We'll see. Stay
But,
tuned.
Yeah, so that's one movie I can definitely watch over and over again. That's my guilty pleasure for sure.
Cool.
My go ahead.
Yep.
I only have one, but I think it probably counts as three. Howard the Duck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck.
The original Marvel movie.
Yes. I honestly, genuinely loved that movie when I was a kid. In fairness, I was a kid, so I didn't know any better.
Okay, but you could still watch it now and enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's still good. I rewatched it actually not too long ago. I forgot there was a sex scene in it
Oh.
between Howard the Duck and the main character, and man, that's a weird movie.
Yeah. Especially if you know anything about duck anatomy.
Yeah. But,
Oh God.
but anyhow, fun fact. Let's get
some fun facts, yeah.
George Lucas was in the midst of building Skywalker Ranch, and Howard the Duck was supposed to help pay for it.
Oops.
No.
That didn't go well. The movie bombed, obviously. But because of George Lucas's, I guess, financial missteps, Steve Jobs bought the CGI division that eventually became Pixar.
Yep.
What?
So if Howard the Duck had it not failed so famously, we might not have Pixar.
Yep. Or at least not in its current form.
Yeah. That's really the only interesting fact I could find out
Rachel's
about it.
broken.
Yeah, you just broke my brain.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
So
crazy.
you can hate on Howard the Duck all you want, but if you like Pixar, then you got to give it a little love. Accidental.
That's nuts. That's
Even if it is not on purpose.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That makes my heart happy.
It was supposed to be directed by John Landis.
Oh.
As of like Blues Brothers, Three Amigos, Coming to America fame.
No
Yeah.
way.
But that fell through.
Crazy.
So did the box office.
Yeah, no kidding.
That-
They dog-bowled it pretty hard.
Oh no.
yeah.
That's all I got.
We've made a verb.
Yeah.
That's a new thing now.
Yeah. Well, I think that wraps up this edition of Media Minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the bell, hit whatever you need to hit.
Subscribe.
So
the
we can
bell.
bring you more episodes. Coming up on the next edition, we're checking in with our favorite Cage,
Yes.
Nicolas
Yes.
Cage, and we're going to talk about Willy's Wonderland. So stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm Michael Forward.
I'm someone who likes Howard the Duck.
That's it? All right. I'm Rachel Edge.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bring me the horizon.